An important part of improving health and performance is respiratory function and capacity. So a drill that you can do to do that is a 3-minute drill at the end of your workouts. Now this is a hyperventilation, inhalation hold, and an exhalation hold drill. The hyperventilation component is to hypersaturate your body with oxygen. So you want to breathe diaphragmatically, nice and deep, using that big enveloping muscle, the diaphragm, and expanding the lungs. And then you want to breathe down deep, force it down, and then expand the lungs and expand the chest laterally and anteriorly and posteriorly. So I teach people to breathe in through the nose, so it filters the air, humidifies the air, and it facilitates nasal breathing, which is really important for health. You force the air in and then you let it come out. And I use a timer. In all the sessions, I use a 30-second interval timer for the full hour, and that allows me to organize sets, positioning, timing between different movements and workouts, rest periods, and it's quite a simple, useful tool. And then when it comes to the breathing, I use 2 beeps for hyperventilation, so 2 lots of 30 seconds, 2 beeps for the inhalation hold, and then ideally 2 beeps for the exhalation hold. So when performing the hypersaturation and the hyperventilation, it is 1, 2, so you're trying to get around a 2-second breath for 30 breaths to make up for the minute. Then at the end of that, at the beep, you want to take that last breath in and try and inhale as much as you can to inflate the lungs as much as possible. And then when you've got that all the way in, you want to lock it off. So when you lock that off, you hold it in, retain it. The thing that you can do as well, once you've retained that breath, is move it up and down in the lungs by contracting the abdominal wall and then relaxing it. So you're moving the pressure in the lungs, changing that body cavity pressure, moving it up and down, which is quite good to help stretch that out. Then after that 2nd minute, then on that beep, you're going to slowly breathe out. Now the faster you breathe out, the harder this last part is. If you breathe out slower, it allows for you to retain more oxygen for longer. If you breathe out quicker, you blow that off quicker. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to have a rise of CO2, and that's going to create a stress response. So that's an acute stressor that you're going to fight for that full minute ideally. If you can't, that's okay. You build that up over time, and the reason for using the timer is to keep it objective, to know where you're at and to keep improving. After you get for that full minute, or however long you get, you take a deep breath in for 5 seconds, 5 seconds breathing out, and then 5 seconds hold out and go into that nice slow breathing rhythm and totally relax. I do the drill lying down on the floor. When I do it myself, if I'm at home or in the gym, I'll use just a neck support. So I'm always trying to improve the curvature in my neck, but you can just do it flat on the ground, and that works quite well. You can use something like that, like a peanut roller as well. Something that I just want to bring up as well is nasal breathing, which I encourage people to do. Something that I do each night is just use a mouth tape. So you can get these on eBay, it's not expensive, and it's just a cross that just goes over, and you can peel it off. It comes off easy. You can still breathe through your mouth if you have to around it, but that just helps facilitate that nasal breathing, which is really important for optimal health, for stimulating the parasympathetic, the rest digest branch of the nervous system. So that's a simple thing that you can do to improve your health and your breathing. Then doing this drill at the end of every workout, great, or every day. You don't have to do it when you're doing a workout. A key thing to understand is that if you have just done a workout that was quite challenging, especially in terms of oxygen consumption, you will have a debt at the end of the workout which you need to repay. So you're going to find that you will not be able to do the breath hold as well, because you've got post-exercise oxygen consumption and your body's trying to balance the physiology. So the breathing will actually help you recover, but you will find it harder to do the longer sustained hold. So let's get into it. Really simple. Do it lying down. I'm going to have the hands on the belly so that way we can monitor the mechanical diaphragmatic contraction. So you want to try and feel that 1, 2 feeling. I'm going to start the timer. We're going to do the 4-minute hyperventilation, 4-minute exhalation hold. If you don't get the 4 minute, that's okay. 4-minute inhalation hold. Then after the 4 minute, then you want to slowly breathe out. Ideally get that full minute exhalation hold. But if you don't, that's cool too. Just take note of your timer. You can just use the stopwatch on your phone. Doesn't need to be the beeps. I like the beeps so I can close my eyes and know that they're coming, and then they give me those benchmarks as I'm going along. So I know I'm halfway through the minute, and then I know that I've done the 4 minute. So let's give this a whirl, follow along. If you don't quite make it, just check your time, and you're just trying to improve this each time you do it. So it was pretty intense towards the end there. But if you've done a heavier workout, that will be even more challenging. And the breath work is great it's a form of meditation, so you can really focus on when you're doing that hyperventilation, feeling that lung expansion, feeling the diaphragmatic contraction, trying to relax your neck, so you're using more of the respiratory muscles, the deeper respiratory muscles, rather than the accessory respiratory muscles in the neck. And then doing that inhalation hold, really trying to feel that stretch, moving it around a bit inside, and then an exhalation hold, trying to really force the air out. That is quite challenging though towards the end of it, but you do know that you are going to be taking a breath and it's going to come, so fighting it a bit is good. And then when you do take that breath, going into that 5 in, 5 out, 5 hold out is great for relaxation and just getting in touch with the body. I like to do it on the floor, so I really let go and just sink into the floor and just enjoy that time that I don't have to breathe as well. It's quite cool. Simple things that you can do to improve that over time is just get better at that hyperventilation. So really forcing that, making that better, really forcing more air in, that will improve it. Obviously just getting that carbon dioxide tolerance as well will improve it. But yeah, work on that, make it part of your daily routine. I like doing it straight after the core in the workout, so I do 6 minutes of core and then go straight into that 3-minute drill. So it's just a continuation of the core, and I find that just doing that in the group sessions just makes it happen. I like all the Wim Hof breathing drills and all the more extensive drills that you can do. I just find that they are quite challenging in terms of making them practical over time to be consistent with. I've used a lot in training clients over the years in groups and found that I've got great results when you have a good community response and everybody's kind of competing on it and working on it together. But I find that it's hard to maintain that momentum with people over time, whereas this is only 3 minutes, whereas if it's a 20-minute drill or even a 10-minute breathing drill, when people finish training, usually they're going on to the next thing in their day. Whereas if you've got just a 3-minute drill, it's pretty easy to make time and to just get it done and be consistent, which is where the real results are, is from that consistent work. So get into that. If you've got any questions, let me know. It is a good one to film of yourself so you can see the breathing, and then also proof of work is really good to do that 3-minute clip. Do it as a hyperlapse, times it by 12, so it's only quick, or times it even by 6, so it's only a 30-second clip, or 12, it's a 15-second clip. But yeah, get it done. See you soon.